Now, after understanding as to when the communication of acceptance and offer is complete, now let us understand when is the communication of revocation of offer and acceptance complete. For that, let us first understand what is revocation. Revocation means cancellation or taking it back. Now, do you think you can revoke offer, or do you think you can revoke acceptance? We have learned this point when we were learning offer and acceptance. We said we can revoke the offer. We also said we can revoke the acceptance. But what was the condition? The offer can be revoked before it was accepted. So offer can be revoked before it is accepted. And when can acceptance be revoked? Acceptance normally cannot be revoked. Once you accept it, it becomes final. However, if you give your acceptance in writing, that is, you post a letter to the offerer, you can revoke your acceptance by posting another letter if that letter reaches the offerer before your acceptance letter. You may want to switch to a telegram because a telegram reaches faster. So it is possible that you would have accepted and you would have posted the letter, and the next day you would have realized that you should have not accepted. So what you do now, you again write a letter but send it by a telegram. So what will happen is the offerer will receive your telegram first, and which will contain the words I do not accept my, or I do not accept your offerer, and I revoke my acceptance back. So you can revoke your offer, you can revoke your acceptance as well. Now let us try to understand as to when is the communication of revocation complete. Now, before understanding the time period of communication or as to when the communication of revocation complete, let us first understand in what time you can revoke your offer. Offer can be revoked till what time? It can be revoked before the communication of its acceptance is complete as against the proposer. Now, when do you think is the communication of acceptance complete as against the proposer? Communication of acceptance is complete as against the proposer when the acceptor posts the letter, that is, when he puts the letter into the course of transmission so as to be out of the power to withdraw it, which in short means when he posts the letter of acceptance. So once he has posted the letter of acceptance, we can say communication of acceptance is complete. And once this is done, offer cannot be revoked after that. Because for the proposer, the offer has gotten accepted now. And once the offer gets accepted, it becomes a contract. Offer plus acceptance will lead to the birth of contract. So offer can only be revoked before it is accepted, and this acceptance is to be for the offerer. You cannot say that offer can be revoked unless the communication of acceptance for the offeree is complete. No. Offer can be revoked at any time before the communication of acceptance for the offerer, for the proposer is complete, because it is the proposer who is revoking. So he can revoke before the acceptance is complete for him. When is the acceptance completing for the offeree? It is immaterial to the offerer. Offerer is concerned with the acceptance as regards to him. So when the acceptance as regards to him is complete, he cannot revoke, but he can revoke anytime before that. So we can say a proposal may be revoked at any time before the communication of acceptance is complete as against the proposer. Now this word proposer is very important here. Is it clear now? A proposer can revoke his offer, he can take his offer back, he can cancel his offer before it is accepted by the offeree. But that acceptance is complete as against the proposer. Okay. Now, till what time can the revocation of acceptance be done? We have learned about the revocation of offer here. We also know that if an offerer makes an offer, he can revoke it also, but he can revoke it before it gets accepted. So now we should also know that if the acceptor is making an acceptance, he also has the right to revoke it. But till what time? Let's see. An acceptance may be revoked at any time before the communication of acceptance is complete as against the acceptor. It's the same sentence. A proposal may be revoked at any time before the communication of acceptance is complete. In both the sentences, we are talking about acceptance only. In the first case, you have to see when is the communication of acceptance as against the proposer complete. In the second case, you have to see when is the acceptance of communication as against the acceptor complete. Because acceptor is concerned, is bothered only about the communication of acceptance as regards to himself. He can revoke his acceptance unless or until the period it has not reached the offerer or the proposer. Once it comes to the knowledge of the proposer, then he cannot revoke it back. He can only revoke it till the time the letter of acceptance has not reached the proposer. Now, in the same example where A was our offerer and B is our acceptor, A posts the letter of offer to B on 1st Feb, and it reaches B on 5th Feb. On 6th Feb, A posts the letter of acceptance, and on 10th Feb, A receives the letter of acceptance. Now, when do you think in this example can A revoke his offer? We have 4 dates before us. We have 1st Feb, we have 5th Feb, we have 6th Feb, we have 10th Feb. So, till what time, till which date can A revoke his offer? We know that A, who is the proposer, can revoke his offer before the communication of acceptance is complete as against himself. Now, when is the communication of acceptance complete as against the proposer here? It is complete on 5th Feb. Correct? No, it is complete on 6th Feb. Because on 5th Feb, the communication of offer is complete. But when is the communication of acceptance complete? For the offerer or the proposer, it is complete on 6th Feb. So, anytime before 6th Feb, A can send a telegram to B saying, I am taking my offer back. I am cancelling my offer. I don't want to give you any offer. I don't want to do business with you. But that can only be done before 6th Feb, because on 6th Feb, the communication of acceptance as against A will be complete, and once that is done, A cannot revoke. So A can revoke till 5th Feb, that is any time before 6th Feb. Now, when can B revoke his acceptance? Till what period can B revoke his acceptance? B can revoke his acceptance before the communication of acceptance is complete as against the acceptor, that is for himself. Till the communication of acceptance for him is not complete, he can revoke his acceptance. So, when does acceptance get complete for him? It gets completed on 10th Feb. So, for acceptor, the communication of acceptance is complete on 10th Feb. So he can revoke it anytime before the 10th Feb, that is till 9th Feb, he can revoke his acceptance. He can write a telegram to A saying, I do not want to go ahead with your offer. I reject your offer. I do not accept your offer. Okay, so now once the time period is complete, we can now understand if they actually revoke. Let us assume a case where A is actually sending a letter of revocation. He sends a letter of revocation of the offer to B. So when would the communication of revocation of offer be complete? And let us also assume a case where B is sending a letter of revocation of acceptance. He first sent a letter of acceptance and then he is revoking his acceptance. So when will the communication of that revocation be complete? Let us see. Communication of revocation is complete as against the person who makes it when it is put into the course of transmission to the person to whom it is made, so as to be out of the power of the person who makes it. So in short, whoever is revoking, communication of revocation is complete for him when he posts the letter. When A posts the letter of revocation, communication of revocation is complete as against himself. He'll revoke his offer by posting a letter of revocation, and when he posts the letter of revocation, communication of revocation is complete as against him. And when is the communication of revocation as against the person to whom it is made complete? Let us see. As against the person to whom it is made, it is complete when it comes to his knowledge. So now let us assume that A sends a telegram to B saying, I revoke my offer. He sends his telegram on 2nd Feb saying, I revoke my offer. And this telegram is received by B on 4th Feb. Now, when do you think the communication of revocation of the offer complete for the offerer? For the offerer, the communication of revocation of the offer will be complete on 2nd Feb, because on 2nd Feb he will be putting the revocation letter into the course of transmission so as to be out of the power to withdraw it. He will not be able to change it then. So on second, we can say communication of revocation to be complete for A. And when is the communication of revocation complete for B? For the person to whom it is made to B. So it will be complete when it comes to his knowledge. And when will it come to his knowledge? It will come to his knowledge on 4th Feb. So on 4th Feb, the revocation of offer would be complete for B, who is the acceptor. Followed? Now let me give you one more example. Let us say A does not revoke his offer. However, B, after accepting, revokes his acceptance. So now let us assume that B sends the letter of revocation. He makes a telegram on 7th Feb. And that telegram reaches A. B is writing a letter of, he is doing a telegram to A revoking his acceptance. So telegram is posted on 7th Feb and it reaches A on 8th Feb. Now can you tell me when is the communication of revocation complete in this case? Who is the maker here? Who is revoking? It is B. So when will the communication of revocation be complete for him? When he posts the letter. And when is he posting the letter? He is posting it on 7th Feb. So for B, revocation of acceptance is complete on 7th Feb. However, for the person who is receiving it, for the person to whom it is addressed, for the person to whom it is made, it will be complete only when he'll receive it, only when it will come to his knowledge. And when will it come to the knowledge of A? It will be on 8th Feb. Are you getting my point? Sorry. Communication of revocation for the person who makes it is complete when he posts the letter. And communication of revocation is complete for the person to whom it is made is complete when he receives the letter. It is very simple. We try to understand it with examples. Now this is a very important topic, though it is outdated in modern times, but this is a very important topic as far as your exams are concerned. You will invariably get 1 or 2 questions on this topic in your exam. So please prepare well as far as this topic is concerned.